It is the first week of June 2024, which means for me, it's time to look at what happened with home sales data for the Albuquerque area in May. We'll go through the data and the numbers right now. It's Tego Venturi with the Venturi Group, a real broker here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We are going to be looking at all the market data for the Albuquerque area. Like I said, let me just run through this real quick just so you kind of get the context of what we're looking at. We've got a 5-year chart here. Each one of these data points is 1 month. If we come over here on this graph that we're looking at this previous month, May of 2024, and we are looking at all single-family, detached, and attached homes in the entire metro area. Okay, got that out of the way. First and foremost, closed sales. Overall, we have 935 homes that sold. That is a 4.4% increase from 1 year ago. Last year was pretty slow, I got to say. And if we look at this, let me show you this in a different graph. This is a 12-month rolling. So you can see back here in June of 2021, that was peak of home sales. There was 15,000 sales that year. And right now we're on a pace of 9,635. Again, that's the annual pace that we're running right now for home sales. The number of sales has continued to be sluggish, I will say. And we'll get to pricing here in a second because it's not necessarily happening in pricing. A couple other data points we'll look at. We'll look at pending sales. So pending sales, these are sales that are going to close in the future, 30, 45 days out from now. In May, there were 1,022 homes that went pending. That's a 12% increase from last year. So we definitely are seeing an increase in activity from 1 year ago. And then the other thing, just again about supply, is new listings, the number of homes coming on the market. We've been talking about this one now for a few years, actually, is the number of homes coming on the market. This is the 12-month rolling again. We can see that we dipped down to less than 12,000 homes per year being listed. We go back to, let's say, 2019, the last normal year that we've had in real estate. In 2019, in May of that year, it was almost 18,000. And now we're running at about a 12,000 pace. So we're still in this situation where a lot of people are just staying put longer. They're not moving as often. Let's go back to the monthly chart here. All right. One last thing on supply and demand is the month supply, but I want to break this down another way as well. So this is month supply. This is saying, okay, if no more homes come in the market, how long will it be before there's no more homes on the market at the same sales pace? So right now it's about 2 months supply, 1.9 months supply, which is a pretty big uptake from 1 year ago. But I'm going to pull up a different chart here. This one breaks it down by price range. So it's very different depending on the price range of the home. For example, at home 600 and above, that's down here, we're at 4.1 months supply. We go to the other end, the 250,000 and below, if you can even find those homes, which is unusual, it's only a 0.8 month supply. So let's say 20 days supply of homes. So very different. You can see, and we have this broken by 250 to 4, and then 4 to 6, and then 6 and above, the luxury market. So again, it really depends on what price point you're in, where that supply versus demand ratio is. All right, let's jump to prices. Everybody wants to know what's going on with pricing. Median price, all-time high. Both single-family attached and single-family detached combined, all the homes that sold in May, the median price was $360,000. That is an all-time high. That's 4.5% higher than 1 year ago. And again, remember median, it's the middle price between everything that sold in the month of May. If we look at average is now over 400,000, 403,000. Again, that's both attached and detached. It's actually higher for detached only. But let's break it down by per square foot. I like this measurement. If you follow me, you know I talk about this all the time because it kind of gets rid of some of the variables that you might get in median with the size of the home. It removes the size of the home variable, at least when we're looking at pricing. And what we can see is that price per square foot, also a new all-time high at $211 per square foot. Oh, no, it ties with August of last year. That's a 4.5% increase from 1 year ago. So at this point, we're still seeing year over year increase in home prices. Now you can see there was a seasonal shift, though. If we look at the peak in August of last year, it came down from 211 to 200 in January. It is common that we get those seasonal ebbs and flows in pricing in the market. And I did a big breakdown on that. You can find that on my blog that talks about that ebb and flow of the seasonal home price patterns. And you can see over the last few years, it's been much more pronounced than previous years back to 2019. Let's see, just one other thing I want to hit on is shows per listing. And what this tells us is how much foot traffic is out there, how many people are out there looking at homes. And the thing that's interesting to me about this is it's down about 20% from May of last year. That's the number of showings, the number of people that are going in and looking at homes. It's actually down 21% from a year ago. But at the same time, pending sales are up 12%. And this is my take. Who knows what the real story is, but my take is that there's not as many people out looking for homes, but the ones that are out there looking are serious and they're moving forward. And so I think there's part of that. We know interest rates have been pretty tough, and I don't have the chart up here, but interest rates are right in that 7 to 7.5 price range or rate right now for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. And it's really put the pinch on people and their affordability. So I think what's happening is we're not as many casual lookers as we've had in previous years. And so there's just not as much traffic in the home, but yet at the same time, pendings are increasing. There's a quick rundown. I do lots of updates on the market. And really, if you have any questions about the real estate market in Albuquerque, just reach out to me. I'm Tego Venturi with the Venturi Group here in Albuquerque. And again, we're with Real Broker. You can call our team at 505-448-8888. You can also, visit our website at welcomehomeabq.com. And for example, when I brought up this chart, I'm in the way now. I have a lot of different housing market data on our website. You can just go and explore it yourself. Again, it's welcomehomeabq.com and just look at the market tab. Take care.